Hello, YouTube. It's me, Annabeth Chase, 123, Vulcan Dash Girl, or Lolly of Horror, which one you want to call me. Um, I am really new at doing these videos. However, I saw a couple, cheating stories that actually inspired me to make one of these things. Not because of the cheating aspect, but because that each of these cheating stories had one or two really good messages in them. And I thought I'd share my story about my first horrid relationship. Because, well, yes, that thing was just awful. I always consider it the worst mistake I made of my entire life. But I learned a very few good things from it, such as relationship red flags that you really shouldn't ignore. Now, I don't know. Now, my specialty is AMVs, so I don't really know how to put titles and things on the screen. So I'll keep a summarized list of my advice down in the description below. Okay, here it goes. Red flag number 1. They don't see a future with you. Now, a lot of guys pass this off as they're not ready for commitment. But seriously, psychologically, or a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but in every psychological textbook that I've read, it says that, yes, the biological clock thing, it does exist. So, unfortunately, if around late high school, early college, or just college in general, you need to start finding a stable partner. Because the biological clock stops at 30. After 30, it's going to be a lot harder to get a child, and if you do conceive, there's going to be a bigger problem of it going to have issues. Now, like anything else in psychology, this is only correlational, not causational. Also, something that I can't help but notice is a lot of people who often say that they're not ready for commitment, not ready for a serious relationship, those are the people who are still going around cheating. So, yeah, you want to stay away from anyone who says that they're not ready for a stable relationship. They make up excuses. Okay, red flag number 2. They make up excuses not to see you. Okay, now I get that that everyone needs their space, there's work and stuff, but what happened with me was when my ex and I first got together, we lived on different islands, and we had all of summer break to hang out together, but every time I suggested it when we first started going out, he was like, no, I have something better to do. Yeah, and then when we finally did see each other, he wasn't all that excited to see me at all. So, yeah, huge red flag. If your partner does that, like, you don't see them for 2 months, and then when you finally do see them, they don't want to touch you, or they're not excited to see you at all, then, yeah, ditch them. Ditch their ass, because, you know what? You do not need that emotional stress at all. Okay, let me think. Crap, that relationship was so shitty, I can't, summarize it in words. Just trying to think of another one. There's so many, don't know what order to put them in. Oh, here's a good one. Forcing you to do stuff you're not comfortable with, sexually or otherwise. Although when it's sexual, technically, even if there's no penetration, if they're still making you do something you're not comfortable with, that's technically rape. Yeah, you heard me correctly. If your boyfriend or girlfriend is forcing you to go down on them, yeah, it is rape. even if they are just using the puppy dog eyes to get you to go down, that is still rape. So, yes, if your boyfriend or girlfriend, because I don't want to be sexist here, insists and makes you feel guilty that you don't go down on them, kick their ass to the curb and shove a frickin' telephone pole up it. Then maybe they'll stop trying to shove foreign things you don't want in your body. Okay. Okay. Number 4 on the red flag list. They get territorial around your friends. As in, they don't like you being buddy-buddy with your best friend, especially if they're an opposite gender. Yeah. That led to some seriously bad things. Although my best friend at the time is now my boyfriend. So everything worked out in that regard. And my ex is, and last time I checked, and last time I was informed, my ex is drinking himself to death. So, win-win for me, and lose-lose for him. So, and you know what? I don't give a shit. And it's wonderful. I mean, it's kind of ironic and hilarious if you think about it. He spent like over a year, actually the entire bloody relationship, afraid that I was going to cheat on him with my best friend, who's now my boyfriend. And it's just kind of like, it's just insane how life works. Okay. Number 5. This is a huge one that I ignored. And make sure you don't ignore it, because once you hit this stage, things only go downhill rapidly. Like somebody pushed you off a cliff and strapped basically Mount Rushmore to your feet. Yeah, that's the rate your relationship is going to go down. Trust me, I've been through this. Hitting. If your spouse hits you as a way to discipline you in any way, even if they try to cover it up as, oh, it's only because I care about you so much. Yeah, no, don't buy that. No. So, the last flag, these aren't in any order, these are just in the order I think is appropriate. They suspect you of cheating. Yeah, they don't trust you at all. And, yeah. Once your spouse thinks you're cheating, but you're not, okay, to be fair, if your significant other thinks you're cheating, and you are, I am not going to sugarcoat it here. If you cheat, you deserve to have your private parts ripped off and shoved down your fucking throat. Because, you know what? My father used to cheat, and it tore my family apart. So, don't fucking cheat. I mean, I would say that cheating that if you cheat, your spouse also has the right to cheat. But it doesn't. It really doesn't. So yeah, if your spouse doesn't trust you when you're loyal to them, then you might as well dump their ass. Anyway, I hope this information helps someone someday. And if you are young and stupid, as I was, then you're probably going to ignore it. But anyone who's been through this, like I have, or anyone who's been through any abusive relationship knows that, yeah, these red flags are very important to notice. And you know what? You want something I wish someone told me when I broke up with this asshole? He can demonize you all he wants. He can stalk you. He can threaten you. Hell, He can even go put on a whole, oh, poor me, act to your friends and turn them against you. Things get better and whatever you do, just keep going forward, because you know what? Because if a guy or a girl is too, what's the word I'm looking for? Jerky? No, I need something with a lot more colorful metaphor to it. What is it? What's the word I am looking for? Soulless bag of ass-butt dicks. If you get that reference, double points. Well, it's actually same TV show, two different characters. I think the ass-butt gave it away. Then, yeah. And yeah, they don't deserve your time, really. Because, you know what? Even if this person is all the way in Japan or China, or you might not even, or, well, that's far away, that I'm in Canada. I know there are probably going to be some Asian people watching this. And for you, I say that these people could be living in America or Canada. Basically, somebody somewhere in the world is going to look at you like Dean Winchester looks at Pi, like Spock looks at Kirk, like Castiel looks at Dean, or Sebastian looks at Ciel, or Mikasa looks at Aaron. Somebody is going to fall in love with you, not because you're pretty, not because you're smart, but because you're you. You're a wonderful combination of you. And once you accept that, things will become a lot easier. Not like right now, I'm not even wearing makeup. That's how little I actually care about what strangers think of me. If you don't believe me, just say so in the comments and I can actually show you, well, me like this, taking a wet towel to my face and showing it to the camera, no makeup. The only time I use makeup occasionally is on Fridays because that's when I see my boyfriend. But other than that, I don't even touch the stuff. Because, you know what, it kind of makes me look like Samara, not Samara, I should know this, I know horror movies, the chick, Kyoko from The Grudge. Anyway, I hope this film was helpful, and thank you, my awesome subscribers and followers. I know I'm not all that active, I'm really, really sorry. However, I have school going on. I am right now trying to get into law school, and that's a lot of work. But I promise you I'm actually working on a video. I kind of forgot about it on my mom's computer. And although I promise you I will get back to it and it will be uploaded in a few weeks. Thank you all for subscribing, and please like the video if you liked it, and if you think it's helpful, share it. Anyway, thank you. Good night.